Good afternoon and welcome to today's edition of NWCR's Removing That Liberal Blindfold for this, the 29th day of April in the year of our Lord 2021. Today's update comes from Breitbart News, and this is another example of another thing that is hurting America. The headline reads, Ohio to allow transgender people to change gender on birth certificates. The state of Ohio is set to become the 49th state to allow transgender people to change their gender on their official birth certificates. The Ohio Department of Health has decided to appeal a federal court ruling from December that ruled the state's ban on birth records is unconstitutional. In December, Judge Michael Watson, a George W. Bush appointee, ruled that the Buckeye State must allow for corrections on birth certificates after a lawsuit was filed by the 3 women and 1 man seeking to change their birth records. Judge Watson cited a 2015 survey by the National Center for Transgender Equality that claimed that 36% of Ohio transgender people who showed IDs that did not match their chosen gender became a target of verbal harassment. This minority of transgender people also felt they had been denied benefits, services, or were asked to leave places. Quote, today's ruling affirms that the state must recognize the dignity and true identity of every transgender Ohioan. It is incredibly frustrating that our clients faced years of unlawful discrimination, but today we celebrate this victory as an acknowledgement to their commitment to justice, unquote. And this was said by Elizabeth Bonham, staff attorney for the ACLU of Ohio after the December ruling. According to the Cincinnati Enquirer, the ODH reported that it is now crafting changes to its process and hopes to have the new rules in place by June 1st. This decision makes Ohio the second to the last holdout, leaving Tennessee the only U.S. state that will not allow transgender people to change their birth certificates and driver's licenses. Now for the removing of the liberal blindfold, folks, and this is probably going to make a bunch of you mad, but I don't care. So I guess now in 48 states it's legal to lie? It seems that Tennessee is going to be the target for the left now. And the lies continue. Thank God for Tennessee. Let's hope they hold out and continue doing the right thing. We are a nation that is going totally against the laws of God and our Constitution because I don't care what the hell the judge that ruled here says. The law to ban this was not unconstitutional. First off, God would not and does not condone this type of thing. Anyone who says they do not care about this is going straight to hell. This is just as bad as New Mexico's tyrant-in-chief cheering herself on for being the one to sign the most horrible abortion bill in history of this state and then thinking she did a great thing. No, all she did was make murder legal, period. From Romans 1, Verse 32, although they know God's righteous decree that those who do such things deserve death, they not only continue to do these things, but also approve of those who practice them. The left and a lot of the politicians on either side of the aisle are always telling us that we should be tolerant of other lifestyles and other beliefs. Who says this? God? I can tell you now that He doesn't. He never has. Homosexuality is a sin, and according to the Bible, deserves death. And when the judgment comes, they will not go to heaven. This decree from the states that says a man who has had surgery and believes he is a woman is wrong. He will never be a woman. He will never give birth. Why? Because he is a man, no matter what the world has gotten them to believe. And in that, I am right here. Being gay in this world is accepted, but to God it is not, and never has been, never will be. If you believe in God and want to do His ways, you cannot be homosexual. That is an oxymoron, and the states changing the laws to fit the homosexual idea here is not doing anything but changing man's laws. God's laws stay the same. Even if the birth certificates are changed for a person who has supposedly changed sexes, says they were born the opposite, they were really born, they are still what they're born, and they are living in sin with no chance of redemption. And those who say they do are wrong. Mankind lies. God never does. The states doing what Ohio is now doing, and the 48 others who have already done this, is wrong. 100% wrong. And changing the laws to make them right are still wrong. Man's laws change to fit the agenda of the day. What is wrong today, it will be right tomorrow. What is right today will be wrong tomorrow. God's laws stay the same for the whole of time. What is wrong in God's eyes is wrong everywhere, any time, no matter what our laws say, no matter what the birth certificate is changed to. If you were born a man, you will forever be a man, no matter what your birth certificate says. Same with trans women. There is no trans. Only in man's world is that so, never in God's. In Leviticus 18, verses 22 through 24, it says, "Do not have sexual relations with a man as one does with a woman. That is detestable. Do not have sexual relations with an animal and defile yourself with it. A woman must not present herself to an animal to have sexual relations with it. That is perversion. Do not defile yourselves in any of these ways, because this is how nations that I am going to drive out before you become defiled." God does not lie, like I said before, and His words do not change. Only man's laws change, and that is where we are going off the road to God. We have to stay on that road, or this nation is done. Thank you again for listening to us here at NWCR, where we strive hard to bring the truth hidden by the LSM and the left, and as we always will say, we will not be ruled. We are heard through Conservative Nation Media, or CNM, from behind the silver microphone of freedom with the voice of reason in this increasingly unreasonable world where America always wins. Please subscribe to my Rumble account under the name of NWCR's Removing the Liberal Blindfold, and also to my BitChute account with the same name. They are there to get the truth out that the left wants left out of our lives. YouTube is still allowing my stuff to be there. It was there yesterday and the day before, and I'm going to put it there again today until they get rid of my account for telling the truth. Have a great day. I'll see you all tomorrow on my show at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Mountain Time. And on Saturday we will have Black by Color Only with Vincent Brown. And on Sunday, we will have American by Design with our own Uncle Bing Fisher. Have a great weekend, and God bless you all.